everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel, and today, wow, we have amazing topic, lies that depression tells you. And as usual, I have Kezia with me and she's going to take us through. So how are you, Kezia?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing good.
I'm well too.
Yes, Kezia, I want you to take us through these lies that depression brings to us, and we start feeling like we are useless, like we don't have hope in this life. Yeah.
Wow.
Are you ready?
Thank you so much. I'm very ready.
Okay.
Thank you for coming me back to our channel. It has been a wonderful time. It has been a journey. We are still walking, understanding depression, knowing how depression takes over people, knowing to understand and to identify a person who has depression. Because as we know, there are so many things that are happening in the society right now. So many happenings that people are ending up into depression, either knowingly or not knowingly. Remember, we said depression is a state of hopelessness, a state of feeling you're not useful, a state of feeling like you want to give up. We said depression is struggling to live with a soul that is very tired. You can imagine a tired soul. Your body is trying to carry it, your spirit is trying to cheer this soul, and that is what we are trying to discuss or to understand, and that is what we are calling depression. And we also said depression robs you of your future. It makes you forget all that has happened in your past, and it wants you to live in the now, in that moment. A scenario that has happened in your life, a thing that has brought you loss, a thing that has brought you pain, and it has stressed you, and depression just lets you see that moment. It doesn't allow you to see what has happened in the past. It doesn't allow you to focus on the future. It makes you just focus on that moment at that time. So it's battle with this soul that is tired. It's trying to struggle with this battle that is happening inside your mind as you try to deal with issues of life that could have brought you these pains. Now today, I want us to talk about the lies that depression tells us, because it tells us so many lies. When you're in that state of hopelessness, when you're in that state where you think no one is thinking about you, there are so many lies that are magnified in your mind. Remember we said when you were starting this depression, that depression is a state of your mind, is a battle that happens inside your mind. So people may not know something is happening. People may not be able to identify with something you're battling, but yourself, in your mind, you can know and you can see there's something you're dealing with. So today, let us start the journey again, talking about the lies that depression tells us. The first lie that depression tells us is that you're useless. When you start dealing with situations of life, when you start dealing with things that are being thrown into you, that there's this voice that tells you you're useless. We started a journey of talking about the takeovers of depression, how it takes over your mind, how it takes over your spiritual mind, how it goes over taking over your finances, it takes over your society, how you deal with the society, it deals with your emotions, with your sexual life, it takes over every sphere of your life. And as you try to understand all these takeovers, you may think that you're useless. But remember, it's not that you're useless. It's because you're in a certain situation and you're dealing with that situation, but now the voice in your mind is magnified or is amplified to tell you that you're useless. Look at a man who has just lost his job. He's not able to provide for the family. He's struggling, or maybe the thing that has led him to lose the job is because he was drinking so much, because something was disturbing his mind. He was overthinking about something. It led slowly to him losing his job. When he loses his job, he's not able to provide for the family. He's not able to go to church because he feels, I don't have hope anymore. I don't have faith anymore. And as he's trying to look at his life and trying to understand what is happening, and the people around him are not also understanding what is happening in the mind of this person, he can feel that he is useless. He can feel, he can feel, I used to pay school fees for my kids. I used to pay rent for my family, but now I can't.
Can't afford.
You can't afford because you're no longer working. And because the soul is already tired. He can't think of the future. He's just thinking of this retrenchment that has happened. He's just thinking of this situation that has happened. And as he's dealing with this, the voices in the mind starts telling him, you are so useless. You can't provide. But I tell someone, when you feel that voice inside you, remember, since the day you were born until now, all the years you've lived, you can't be useless.
That's true.
You have said a word to someone, a kind word to someone, and it helped. Maybe your mother sent you for an errand, and you went, so you can't be useless. When these voices come, always affirm yourself and tell yourself, this has happened today, but I can work on myself, I can add value to myself, and become more influential in the society, and become someone who is useful. So you're not useless, just add value to yourself. The second lie that depression will always tell you is that no one loves you. Remember, we were talking about factors that lead to depression. This one that we tackled about, romantic heartbreaks.
Yes.
You have been dumped by your boyfriend or your girlfriend. Your spouse has divorced you. Your spouse has left you. Your children have abandoned you, and maybe they have decided to go with the other parent. You are not, you don't have to get to that point of feeling that no one loves you. That person is only one who has dumped you. They had their reasons for dumping you. They had their reasons for divorcing you. But I always say, I'd rather have a divorce than have a dead person.
That's true.
If situations get to the worst, remember, you're not the first one, neither are you the last. Get out of a toxic marriage. Get into another one, and things will flow well. Always remembering that this is one person you didn't walk well with. This is one person you are not able to understand with. But there are so many other people in this beautiful world that God has given, the Lord has given us. We have around several billions of people. So if you feel this person has hated you, they have rejected you, they have dumped you, they have divorced you, don't let that take you too far to think that no one loves you. There are so many people. If you feel that in one workplace you feel rejected, and maybe you've been retrenched, you can always get somewhere else to work.
That's true.
It's not necessary that you dwell in that one particular place.
Yeah.
If one country doesn't work for you, go to another country and try. Go to another place and try. Change environments, and you see things will work for you. And you might end up realizing the problem was not you. The problem was the people who you are dealing with. They are the ones who are not understanding you. They are the ones who don't know what you want. They are the ones maybe who are having so much expectations on you. So people don't hate you. It's only that one person. Or those few people. There are so many people in this world. Can we go to the other right?
Yes.
Yes, another lie is that God has abandoned you. That's another lie that depression will always tell you. God will never abandon you. He has walked with you. He has taken care of you. He has always watched over you. He has fought battles for you that you didn't even see. And to prove this, we can look at a scenario where you got born. Over the years, there were people you were born with the same day. Others died, but you remained. You went to school. Others died at a very young age. You remained. Diseases have been coming. God has been taking care of you. Accidents have been happening, and you are still alive. God has spared you. COVID came. God kept you. Floods came. He has kept you. So when a situation, just one situation comes, and you start thinking that God has abandoned you, it's a very big lie that depression is telling you. And other things that happen in life are consequences of what we are making choices about. If I make a choice of like driving when I'm drunk, I get myself into an accident, I lose my legs, I hurt my spine, I find myself in a wheelchair. How do I blame God for that?
You can't blame.
You can't blame God for that. It's a consequences of your choice. Look at a girl who decides to become so immoral. At the age of 10, you're already pregnant. How do you bring God for that?
Okay.
It's a consequences of the choices that you've made. You get yourself into a marriage when you're not ready. You rush yourself because you got into a rebound and you're now getting married. In the marriage, you find out that this is not what I bargained for. This is not what I wanted. How does God become brain there? It's a consequences of your choice. I say in every situation, look at the lesson that you've been trained. Maybe there's something that God wants you to learn from that situation. Maybe there's a lesson He wants you to carry from that experience. So look well, differentiate when it's a matter of your own decision, because every decision has a consequence. So don't allow depression to write you that God has abandoned you. He never abandons His people. And if trials come, if temptations come, it's because He wants you to learn something from it. Get the lesson out of that tough period. Yes. Another lie that depression will always tell you, this is the end. This is the end. This is not the end. We have seen depression makes you focus only on the dark, the here and now. But there is actually beyond this issue. Floods happened just the other day. So many people lost their homes. So many people lost their loved ones. At that moment, they could have felt this is the end. I don't have a home, I don't have a wife, and they feel I also need to follow them. I also need to go. There's no hope for me. Depression will show you to focus on this loss that has happened. But what if you overcome that situation? A few days you mourn your people, you mourn the loss you've got, and then you become hopeful again. You start again. It's a business that has failed. Go back to the drawing board. Look at where did I fail? Where did I get it wrong? And you start getting things right and you start again. If only you change your mindset, you can go far. You just tell your mind, this has happened. I have failed today. But today's failure doesn't make me a failure. It's a situation.
And it's not the end of the world.
And it's not the end of the world. Be hopeful. So when you feel like there's no more hope, there's no more strength to continue, always remember this is not the end.
Yeah.
Try again. Fall down, rise, and do it again. Ukianguka, usishinde tu hapo chini. Dust yourself and start over again. Another lie that depression will always tell you is that you are a failure.
Why?
Depression will always tell you that you are a failure. You are not a failure. You're not a failure. Remember, you are work in progress. Every day is a learning day. Every situation comes to teach us a lesson. Every situation comes to show us our weak points. Remember, if you don't fail, you can't know where to improve yourself.
That's true.
So, if a situation happens and you fail, don't define yourself by that situation. Don't conclude your story, yet you can still change it. Remember, it's a matter of your mindset. Remember, it's a matter of battering the thoughts in your mind. If you have fallen, learn and get back in. Take the lessons and move on. Don't just look at where you've fallen short. Look at what you have done well since the day you were born. There are so many things that in this life you've always gotten them right. But now one scenario, you've not gotten things right. You've not gotten things done the way they were supposed to be. Don't conclude your story there. Rise up again and do it once more. We have students, we have comrades, we have pupils. You're doing your papers, you're doing your exams. Today, you fail. Your target was like, let's say 30%, and you've gotten 20%. Find out, why did I miss the 10?
The 10, yeah.
Don't just label yourself a failure because you didn't meet your target. Find out, where did I do things wrong? Where did I go wrong? And then you improve on that. You got yourself in a marriage, things are not working. Sit down and analyze. Where did I get things wrong? Where did I not do what I was supposed to do? Open channels of communication. Understand each other. Understand what is happening. But don't label yourself a failure. Get the lessons from that thing. And then you improve. A business. You started a business. It failed. Maybe because you didn't wake up early to go to business. Maybe you were not talking courteously to your customers. Maybe you employed people who were stealing from you. Don't label yourself a failure. Identify the areas of shortcoming and work on them and improve on them. But don't allow depression to tell you that you are a failure. Another big lie that depression will always tell you, as a parent, situations are hard right now.
Yes.
You find there are parents who are not able to place food on the table for 3 meals in a day. Your children might be going to bed hungry. You may be affording only 1 meal. Don't allow depression to tell you that since your children are going to bed hungry, that you are a failure, that you're not a good parent. Remember, parenthood is beyond food. Remember, there are times where you are there for this child, getting the good morals in this child, being there for this child in every milestone of their life, as they are navigating changes in their lives, as they are navigating storms in their life. You're there to guide them. Just a few days of you not affording to give them meals doesn't label you as a bad parent. So don't condemn yourself as a parent if you're not able to give your children exactly what they need. Remember, there are other things that you are able to provide for your children. You are able to give them love. There are so many children who are in places where they have everything they want, but they don't have love.
That's true.
So food doesn't define you as a parent. Give your best, try your best. And remember, if you fail to afford this meal for your children, it's not that you're sleeping. You are trying, but you didn't get it. You are doing your best for the sake of your children. So don't allow depression to make you or to label you a bad parent, because you're not able to give your children what other children are being given. I hope you're still working.
Yes.
Now let's get another lie that depression will tell you. That your bullies were right. Nothing good will ever come from you. We have bullies in this life. In schools, even in adulthood, there are people who are just bullies. Even in workplaces, even in businesses, there are people who are bullies. You are in school, one child comes and bullies you, tells you you're useless, there's nothing good that can come from you.
Or maybe you're ugly.
Or you are ugly, you're too fat, you're too black. You know, they will try to bully you but using so many words. But one thing I always say, if you find someone who is a bully, remember this is a coward. Bullies are the worst cowards you've ever met. They try to elevate, they try to demean you by their words. They try to put you down
so that they can rise.
So that they can rise. They always see you as a threat in their lives. And to cover that is why they'll always bully. They'll see you doing well in business. They'll always come to bully you. They see you are doing well in class. They'll try to look for something to bully you so that they can elevate themselves. Remember, it's not about them. It's about you. There's something they're trying to fight with. Or there's something they're so envious about in you that they can't have. So, when you see or you're using words that bullies define you, they tell you you're useless, and you're like, you get to a place you say, and they always say, I'm useless. They always say, I'm angry. They always say, I'm not beautiful. Don't let their words define you.
That's true.
Ask yourself, who are you? Affirm yourself. Who does God say you are? You know yourself. God says you're beautifully and wonderfully made. So when somebody comes and tells you you're angry, don't buy their words. Understand you. Be kind to you. Be good to yourself. Let no one define who you are. And when they start telling you that all these words start getting magnified in your mind, never forget that there are people who are trying to put you down or to demean you for them to be seen or for them to be elevated. Another major lie that depression will tell you is, even if you die, no one will miss you. And that is why you find there are people who get so much into depression, and the solution they have is committing suicide.
Yeah, we have a lot of cases.
We have a lot of cases of suicide.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, this is another way that depression will not tell you. That even if you die, no one will miss you. One thing I want to put straight today is, in this world that we're living today, people are so busy trying to mind their own businesses.
That's true.
Nobody is thinking about you. Nobody is showing their care towards you. But deep inside their hearts, they care about you. They love you. It's just that they're not expressing it audibly. They're not coming to tell you that, Esther, we love you. Esther, we care about you. They will not tell you through the word of the mouth. But in reality, they love you. They value you. Now, depression will come and tell you, you know what, Esther? Even if you die, even if you kill yourself, they won't care. They will not miss you. But this is a big, 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 big lie. Imagine if something would happen and you die today. Can you tell me the last time your mother said she loves you? You can't even remember. But does that say she doesn't?
No.
She does, and she cares about you.
Yeah, it's only that maybe she doesn't tell me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But there are so many ways that people will show you they care. People will show you they love you. This meme I saw saying that if you want people to say good things to you, just die.
Yeah.
At your funeral, they'll say so many good things.
They will say.
But remember, you are important. You are valuable. Even if they're not telling you they care, even if they're not telling you they love you, remember they care. They are children who look up to you. They are parents who look up to you. That one day they say, I brought up my daughter with a lot of pains, and I'm proud of where she is. Even if she's not telling you. She tells others. Or she says it to herself. There are siblings that look up to you. You are their role model. There are people in the society who look at you and say, I wish I could be like so-and-so. I wish I can achieve what so-and-so has achieved. So you're so much loved, you're so much cared for. It's just that people don't express their love. And it will hurt when they lose.
That's true.
It will hurt. Now, another one of the lies that depression will tell you. All these years, what have you done?
What have you achieved?
What have you achieved?
Like now it's the end of the year. The year is almost ending. And data nilikuwa nakaa chini najiuliza, okay, nimeachieve nini na nini na nini. And maybe I had big expectations. Nilikuwa nataka maybe this year nifanye kitu kubwa and sijamanage.
Yeah.
How do I deal with that?
And now, don't be so hard on yourself. Be kind to yourself. You set resolutions. Even if you are not able to meet all these resolutions, don't be hard on yourself. Be kind to yourself. Even if your peers have achieved much, remember we're in a race. Everybody has their own lane. Go at your pace. Thank God for what you've achieved. Trust God for the rest that you have not achieved. You may have had so many dreams, let's say like 5, and you have achieved 2. Thank God for those 2 that you have achieved. Try to be as kind as possible with yourself, remembering that everyone is on this journey on themselves. There's no competition. Take things once at a time, because when you get too hard on yourself, you'll not be able to accomplish the other 3. You're not going to be able to lay a strategy of how you'll accomplish what you've not accomplished. So, be kind to yourself. When this lie comes,
You be kind to yourself.
be kind to yourself.
Oh, I think this is where the self-care comes in.
Yes.
You affirm yourself, you take care of yourself, you appreciate yourself,
Yes.
you say good things to yourself.
Yes.
Wow.
And remembering that a man makes a plan, but it's God who establishes.
That's true.
When you remember that, you thank God for what you managed to achieve. Now, I think we can
Yeah, let's wind up
Yeah.
for now,
Yeah.
and we are going to take this topic to maybe another top. No,